What's up, family? Welcome to the Toe2Toe Sports Show, where we talk about everything from football to baseball to basketball to boxing. And oh yeah, can't forget about our Dawgs and Gators.
You never know what you'll hear from Kb Steveo, and you'll never know who you'll see stopping by to kick it with the guys.
So make sure you check us out live every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on Facebook and YouTube Live. Peace.
I ain't never played sports. You know what I mean? I always have, you know what I'm saying, like music and love music from the jump. So that was my just plan A. I ain't even have a plan B. I made myself not have a plan B on purpose just so I can fulfill my plan A.
The winner of the 2025 Heisman Trophy is Fernando Mendoza.
It's great, but what makes it so special sharing it with them? You know, I'm gonna be able to take the trophy, you know, party with my boys with the trophy, hang out, you know.
Down perfect. Look out straight.
I just can't believe I'm actually in the Heisman for that. Like, it's insane.
Yo, what's going on? What's up, KBZ?
My boy, welcome back, my boy.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. You know, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I had to go last weekend, you know what I mean, watch the Falcons disappoint me as usual on my Sundays. But, hey, man, welcome to the Toe2Toe Sports Show. I'm your boy Steve-O. That's my boy KBZ. Y'all know what we do. Before we do anything, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Hit the follow button. Hit the share button. We greatly appreciate it. Oh, man, a lot of things going on in the sports world this week, man. It's probably one of the busiest weeks we've had in a long time, man, from coaches crashing out to the Heisman Trophy. College basketball is picking up and getting going. And we got a college football playoff next week. NFL is still popping, man. So it's a busy time in sports right now. NBA is they balling too, man.
Yeah, man.
What's going on, my boy? What's going on, KB?
Nothing, man. You know, it's a sad day, man. You know, I sat back yesterday and found myself watching. Well, shout out to the Celebration Bowl. I watched that, South Carolina State and Prairie View, and then I caught myself watching North Montana versus North Dakota, and it was just like, football's really about to be over.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, man, I'm watching some crazy games on TV right now. But yeah, so I'm just soaking it all in, man, enjoying the last few weeks. That's it, man.
It's definitely dwindling down. You know, you can tell, we get to the end of the season. Some people's season when it comes to college football is already over with. Some people's season, postseason is about to start, and somebody's dream is going to be over with next week. So, it's real serious. It gets down to serious business. NFL teams are being eliminated from the playoff contention. So, you can tell, man, holiday season is here. And it's like you said, it's like a bittersweetness.
Hold on. Holiday season. I know it's the end. And like, you know what I'm saying? I caught that little jab. You know what I'm saying? Teams ain't in there. It's cool. I just have to drop this a little bit.
We don't care about the offensive coordinator.
Lions season has officially began. I just want to say who we've hired so far.
Hear about your offensive coordinator.
John Summerall has hired
Who cares? Y'all
OC from Georgia Tech. He got the top OC award last year. We got him. We brought back Phil Trotwine, which if you go back throughout the tenure of this show,
nobody's going back throughout the tenure of anything.
I have been talking
right
about
now.
getting this guy back.
Nobody.
And
man, let's talk about the Heisman Trophy, man. We don't talk about Florida. I ain't brought up Georgia. Listen,
we're gonna bring them up. Those two boys.
We'll talk about this in 2 weeks when we get ready to play again. We'll talk about Florida when you get ready to play again.
We'll talk about them Georgia players stealing them crab legs on that James Winston. Hey, shout out, no car arrest. That's a look up. It was stealing this time, but no cars.
And it wasn't even an arrest, bro. The whole thing been blown out of proportion. Anyway, last night in New York, man, they had the Heisman Trophy presentation, as you just seen when we first opened the show. Congratulations to the Heisman Trophy. I'm pretty sure he's the first Heisman Trophy winner for Indiana. Who's a football? I can guarantee you nobody else from that school has even been considered for a Heisman. So congratulations to Mendoza. You showed up a graphic, man. You sent me a graphic, showed a better earlier this week. Did he bet $1,000? And he ended up winning $101,000 just off of that bet by Ben Mendoza winning the Heisman. If you would have told me at the beginning of the season that Indiana quarterback was going to win the Heisman, I probably would have took that bet and just thought it was, an easy $1,000 that the house was going to win. So he played good football. I think that game versus Ohio State is what really gave it to him. He was able to, beat Ohio State, which nobody else had done all season. He made their defense, kind of play on their heels a lot, using his legs, using his arm, making some crazy throws and some incredible ass catches by his wide receivers, man.
Yeah.
It's well deserved. I'm mad my boy didn't get invited, so I didn't watch. I boycotted the Heisman this year because Gunnar Stockton should at least got an invitation.
He wasn't even fourth, man. Shout out to the Texas Tech linebacker, man. Is this a quarterback award now? Quarterback wide receiver?
I mean, I think it's been a quarterback wide receiver. I think it's been an offensive player award. If you have crazy stats, that's really going to get it. I think that year Smith won. He just had crazy numbers for a wide receiver, Devontae Smith. The last quarterback that won was who? Jalen Hurts, or did Baker win after that? We got the list of it right here. Let's put up the list. So we're talking about years. Travis Hunter won last year. Excuse me. Yeah. So Travis won last year. I think just because he played both ways at the level he played both sides of the ball, I think he deservingly won last year. I can't think of an offensive player last year just jumped out. He should have won. Yeah, Genty had great numbers versus a level of competition that we have to look at and kind of question, I think. But that's just my opinion. Then you look at the tiers. I like this breakdown. Let me take the banner down real quick. I like the breakdown real quick of you have like tiers of it. Caleb Williams definitely does. I think tier 4 is a little low for Caleb Williams. That's my opinion. Yeah. Tier D rather, or C tier. Troy Smith. Robert Griffin, Devontae Smith. I don't know who made this list. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I don't know who made it, but it's more of an interesting
Heisman Trophy winners. I think that they got level 1 right. I will say that.
I think you might have to slide Lamar up there, maybe. Jameis, that year Jameis had, it's crazy. That year Derrick Henry run, 2015, I would love to go back to look at who were the finalists for there. I think I might slide him down to A tier. Tim Tebow might slide him up.
Slide him up.
Yeah.
The man had Percy Harvin out there. He had 2 or 3 NFL tight ends. All the offensive linemen went. Them Pouncey boys were all pro. Come on, man.
And they all coming back.
Name me the person that you want to slide him up. Name me the person Cam Newton was throwing to.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Name me the wild besides Matt Leinart. Name me another teammate of Reggie Bush's.
You got Liddell White.
Johnny Manziel. He might have had Mike Evans.
Mike Evans was a Mike Evans went like crazy. He went for over 1,000 something. But it was the playmaking. These guys were were definitely playmakers.
I would push
can't
Robert Griffin up. That year Robert Griffin came out, Robert Griffin was balling. Robert Griffin was going off. Robert Griffin should definitely be an A tier. I can maybe even say S for that year. That 1 year he had. Griffin was off the chain.
I would move Marcus Mariota down because while he did do good, I think it was more of gimmicky because of that no huddle.
Yeah, he had
thing. It was a lot of just like
was in his prime play call, and then I agree.
He was just like
Kyler Murray. I probably leave him there. I probably would move Travis up. I think Travis was pretty good. I think Travis could at least go up one.
Yeah, I think maybe Caleb move on. Mendoza, honestly, I would probably put Mendoza in the D tier. When you look at
doing these playoffs, you know what I mean? I'm vitally interested. I know he played Ohio State, and Ohio State does have an NFL level quality type defense when it comes to talent. But Ohio State is not known for their defense. I'm more shocked that Indiana's defense being able to stifle Ohio State's offense the way they were. I wasn't really shocked that the offense for Indiana was able to kind of have their way and do what they want to do. And then I think the defense complemented that because they kept Ohio State in long down situations. They kept Ohio State off their side of the 50. So that made a huge difference. Now, my thing is, what do you do when you have a team that's more defensive minded? Well, I don't know what the bracket looks like, and I'm interested to see who they play. I think they got a first round boy. They're number one, right?
Yeah, they got to bye.
They're number one seed, so they'll play the winner of the worst two games or the worst two that'll play. So we'll see, man. Do I think Indiana's for real? Yeah. Do I think they can be? I think anybody can be beat in this playoff. I don't have any team that I'm just kind of really scared of right now. I don't think nobody wants to play Georgia, but that's just my opinion.
I got Indiana versus so last week we did do a breakdown of where we thought that teams would finish up. I picked Indiana to win it all against Georgia in the final game.
I bet you did.
I mean, just based on it all, I think Indiana just has the most complete in a sense of team. Like when you just look and there's just like a lot of names who don't stand out, those teams typically like perform very well when it's not relying on one player. There's no real household names. It's just a lot of guys who can ball if they're playing up to their caliber. Mendoza, Heisman winner. But when you look at it, they can get it done how it needs to get done. They're scrappy. They're extremely physical. And I think that's the thing that's going to put them up there with Georgia. Because with Georgia, you have to be extremely physical.
Can you do it for 4 quarters?
And that's the thing. You got to be extremely – but the thing is, I think Indiana can score. You know what I'm saying? And I think Georgia can score too, but I think a lot of it is predicated on that tunnel screen and
a lot of teams we played to score.
Exactly. And imagine what they're doing in the blue and orange. Shout out to Buster Faulkner.
Every time you mention them, this first thing I think.
Stop it! Don't shoot that little motherfucker no more.
That's the first thing pop in my head. Every time you mention Florida, that will pop in my head.
Lion season starts January 1st, 2026. I'm telling you right now. I got them lined up. Got them loaded, baby.
I understand. They wait. So, yeah, well deserved, man. Like I said, he had a big game against Ohio State. I think there were other people that probably could have won. Our Vandy's quarterback, I wouldn't mind him winning. He had a pretty good year.
But I think this might be the worst year for Heisman, though. Like, when you look at it across the board, like, I have a graphic. Mendoza finished with 71% completion rate, 2,900 yards, 33 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. And he only 2 ranked teams faced. Just for reference, Kyle Trask, the year he got second, third, he had a 68% completion, 4,200 yards, 43 touchdowns, 4 ranked teams, and he got third place. So this just lets you know how watered down this year was. It was like, he was the best out of them, but it was a bad year, man.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. All right, so we started off on a good note in college football. Let's take all this stuff off the screen. Let's get these people a close up what we about to talk about. We're gonna have a real conversation because I'm truly not understanding how anybody, I ain't gonna say just him, just anybody, period. Sherrone Moore. Sherrone, that's his name. Sherrone. Coach Sherrone Moore from the University of Michigan has been fired for having an inappropriate relationship with a staffer, with a staff member, a member of the Michigan's staff. It was later then, once that was announced, it was later he was arrested for breaking into said staffer's home and threatening to harm himself and her. That this was all over the TV that day it happened. I can't remember which day of the week it was. Just watching the crash out live, you know what I mean, is hard. This dude is, and then again, I'm not even gonna come from this aspect. I know everybody's up in arms about like Ryan Clark's comments about how this puts a stain on black coaches and how this hurts the opportunity for black coaches when they already know was one. I'm not gonna say it doesn't. I'm not gonna say it doesn't, but I wasn't gonna go that deep into it. I didn't really read that deep into this personally. Do I think it's still something when it comes to the number of black coaches versus the number of coaches of other ethnicities? Yes, of course. We know the system is broken, but do I think that it's a situation where it's impossible now to get there? No, we've seen it. Mel Tucker, we've seen it with this coach. We've seen it with Coach Prime. We see other coaches now getting those opportunities more and more. And again, the numbers aren't balanced, and the number hasn't got to the point where you can say it is nothing or it's not a thing anymore, because it still is. But the fact that, this guy made this fatal mistake, or this treacherous mistake, or however you want to call it or look at it or categorize it, catastrophic in my words, because not only you probably going to lose job, which you did, you probably lost your marriage, possibly. You lost your side as well. Now think about that aspect. She gone. $13 million a year contract gone. All the perks and luxuries of being a college head coach, and just a lot going on with the situation, man. I don't feel sorry for him. I believe he's apologizing just like any other dude in the situation that's been there. He's apologizing because he got caught. He didn't apologize because of what he did. Maybe he did. Maybe he is genuinely sorry about what he did, but I don't believe it.
Bro crashed out.
Man, it's just live on TV. And the fact that we got to see it, watch it live, watch it go down, then you get to the point where you breaking in the house and then you going to jail and getting arrested. It's just like an all-time.
That's where it went left. Like for me,
all-time crash out at that point. So
right, like for me, like learning, like I'm going to dig into this because I was a fan of Sherrone Moore. I did a video when Billy Napier was first hired, saying, "Hey, we need to go get Sherrone Moore as an OC." A buddy of mine, that's a Michigan guy, was like, "Nah, bro, stay away from Sherrone Moore." Michigan never wanted Sherrone Moore to be the head coach, right?
Nope.
He was put in place by Jim Harbaugh. When Jim Harbaugh left, he was like, "Yo, y'all need to hire Sherrone Moore." He was never supposed to make it past year one, right? So just put that out there. You probably shouldn't have. He probably should have gotten fired after that first year. They lost like what? They won like 3-4 games. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Then the situation with the staffer has been going on. This isn't something that just happened. This is something that's been going on for for about 2 years plus, allegedly, and the school knew about it. So that's why a lot of people thought the AD would be fired, he was supposed to be fired, but not fired. But there was known that it was inappropriate behavior. What got him fired was him getting arrested, was him crashing out. If you get caught cheating and your staffer is putting out your tweets because you're stalking her, she tells you no, you're like, I'm on a stalk, per the reports, she threatens, you crash out. That's where the penalty is. The penalty, they didn't care that you were messing with your staffer. They probably cared, but it was like, yo, keep it under wraps. When you crash out and then you get arrested, you're breaking and entering, you're threatening people's lives, you're doing all this stuff, yes, that gives this team place to fire you. That's why I don't feel bad about him getting fired. It's because the extra If it was
They
just
fired him
he
for
was
the
with the
inappropriate
staff,
relationship because there was a morality clause or a moral clause, so
right?
you were going to get fired.
Well,
The inappropriate relationship, the cheating,
but they knew already. But that's the whole thing.
yeah,
But
true,
they
it
were
wasn't
winning.
public knowledge. See, there's a difference between me knowing
Exactly.
something inside and then the world knowing something that gives another perception.
That's why he crashed out.
When it's called a reputational risk, that's when I can fire you because now you're starting to tarnish the brand and my reputation as an organization as a whole. So that's when he got fired. He's going to get fired once you're at that stature and you get caught cheating and infidelity. Now, if your wife keeps it inside the home, you're good. But once it gets to the point where it's a topic outside of football that we're talking about, and you're the head football coach, yeah, you got to go. So I think he was going to get fired regardless once they figured out he was. I think they knew about it, and again, me knowing about it and us knowing about something is Toe2Toe Sports versus the world knowing something about Toe2Toe Sports is completely different. So I would say he was going to get fired at the end of the season anyway.
So if he didn't crash out and he just got fired, like it just came out, I understand the Ryan Clark comments. I understand the whole, if you want to have the racial conversation, if you want to do that, like I understand at that point because yes, you have coaches who mess with their staffers. Like, so I would get it. But when you added the extra, I'm like, oh, you gave the clear okay to do what they needed to do. So
and it's crazy. They show her staff, right? Her staff. I mean, her salary
doubled.
It was like 58,000 in 2013.
45. It was 45K.
45. Then went to 58, and then just bumped to 90 in 2025. I was like, gosh.
That's that. I'm sorry. Don't say nothing.
And then nobody questioned that. Like, hey, what is she doing now to get? Now we know what she was doing to get that money now. But listen, man. So when you rank 2025 crash outs, right? I'm just trying to write something down. This couple night here. Who worries, him or Shannon Sharp? Who you?
Probably, I would say Sherrone more because
he was a coach, right? I mean, you got
he don't have the legacy to sit back on. Like Shannon Sharp crash out. I pay my $20 million. I'm still going to work. I'm still getting paid. I'm still like, I may have lost some stuff here and there, but overall, I'm good. Sherrone Moore, your coaching career is done. Like I was just telling my wife, my wife asked about sports. It hit Wide World News. She was like, anybody going to hire him ever? And I said, he'll probably start at a small college.
High school.
Like,
you went to high school level.
He's going to have to dominate, and then he'll go to like a small school and have to dominate. And he might come back when he's like, 15 years from now to where he's just been dominating, but I don't think he'll ever get the blue chip, blue blood positions again. I don't think that.
No, I don't think so. I think it's a long trail back for us, whereas people like Bobby Petrino was on the sidelines this year coaching. So I'm just saying, it's a double standard when it comes to that because Bobby Petrino had a motorcycle accident. His side piece, which was staff, was on the back, and they both got hurt. And he had his nose was all skin up. He all skin up, pink skin, sitting at the press conference. You know what I mean? So it's a different standard for us and them. And again, that's part of the stuff that we know. Did I just say earlier that it's not correct? Is it not 100% fixed? No, we know it's not the same. Bobby Petrino, like I said, had one of the most epic crash outs, and he just on the sideline this year coaching Arkansas again. And I'm pretty sure that was less than probably about 10 years ago. So can you come back? Yeah, I think Mel Tucker probably is on his way back up, but I don't think you ever get the ability to be a head coach again. Probably not.
It's the crash out part that I think that's the crash out.
part. Yeah, with him, like Mel just threatening life. About his business. You haven't heard from him since. He didn't get locked up. Him and wife probably went to therapy. They did their thing. They back together. They rocking and rolling. Yeah, see, that's the difference.
Sherrone Moore talking about
felony charges. You're not gonna get a felony for cheating, but now if you go do some stupidness because of that,
and if you get jail time, like we've never seen this. We've never seen a coach coaching a team, and then 2 weeks later he's in jail.
Yeah,
we've never seen this.
Yeah, this is different, man. It's different, man. It's a different time, scary times that we're living in, man. I'm telling you,
hey, man,
you never know what can happen, man.
Treat what you got at home Good, my boy, and just stay home.
What if it
Stay
ain't
home,
treating
man.
you right, though? So I ain't gonna say that.
Hey,
There's
well,
two sides to every story.
you know,
There's two
look,
sides to every story.
you're
Now,
right.
we don't go into that, but
He might have been finding his peace. Who knows?
exactly. You never know what she was doing for him.
That piece won't.
Well, I know some of what she was doing for him, but you never know mentally.
Just a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? She could have been a glue that was keeping his relationship together. I'm just saying.
Hey, look.
I don't judge.
Dried up.
I don't judge people, man.
Shout out to my Gator Cup.
Next week, man. So it pops off next week. The college football playoff. We'll get to talk about the aftermath of it. Dang, we ain't got no.
I got you.
Thought that boy had a perfect cup. My bad. Talk about it next week. When you look at the games and you look at the teams that are playing each other next week, man. Let's get some predictions out here. Let's see what we think and what we can see. And I apologize. People typically have all this stuff together, but
I got you.
Let's see if I can find the bracket real quick. All right, so you got. Oh no, that's just a prediction. That didn't really happen. Dang, we ain't put no bracket in the thing. Oh, that's wild.
I got you.
All right, but until then, you talked about things happening at schools and things happening at our universities. You talked about you guys hiring the offensive coordinator for Georgia Tech, who is yet to beat the University of Georgia. I'm gonna throw that out there too.
We came close.
This ain't horseshoes. If we were playing horseshoes, close would matter. But since we ain't, we actually talking about wins and losses. You went and hired a coach, another piece, another entity that is yet to do what the ultimate goal is for Florida. Win.
Georgia one of them.
Key.
So I ain't tripping.
We've been doing this thing for about, 2.5, 3 years now almost. And I done told you everything I done told you, I done came true. I don't know why. I don't call myself a prophet. I don't say that I have the ability to see the future. I just know the University of Florida football is, first of all, the University of Florida is not even a football school anymore. Let me just throw that out there.
Oh, jeez.
Football is not even something that's important to that flag behind you guys. You guys are a basketball university, and you have one of the best basketball schools in the nation. And you probably ought to just go over there and root for them on your time off, my boy, and let the Florida football go.
No,
that's
man.
Secondary.
Never.
And I can tell the coach you hired that y'all don't care. You went and got another Billy Napier, or probably a worse Billy Napier.
We did not.
So I know you don't care about that school. Y'all don't care about football like that, bro. If you did, you would have spent all that money and went and got Lane Kiffin. You preached me, Lane coming. And you didn't even have enough money to even offer Lane to get him interested.
That is not true. That is not true.
The final two teams that Lane Kiffin was even choosing from, you weren't even in the finals, my boy.
I can tell you what happened if you want to know. I can tell you what happened if you want to know.
Talk about it. No, just let me talk. I don't want to talk about it. You supposed to be finding the flag, bro. Finding the bracket. Pull the bracket up. All right, let's go, man. I ain't want to talk about Florida for real, anyways.
Smart man.
Bama already lost this game. But it's hard to beat the team twice. It really is. It's tough to beat the team twice. I don't really know who will win that game. I'm going to be honest with you.
I got Oklahoma and Bama.
I want to say Oklahoma, but I'm not going to lie. It's hard to beat the team twice, and you played them recently. It's not like Georgia and Florida. Georgia and Bama, we played them 10 weeks apart, 7 weeks apart. Bro, you just played these people 3 weeks ago.
Bama better not lose because this is their – I think this is the decision, like, if Bama goes to the mid-tier teams, like the bottom of the top guys, or if they remain one of the teams that they're going to force in. Kind of like how Notre Dame has. I
got what you're saying, but I'm just saying that's tough because of the talent that's been stacked there, and they're not dropping out of the top 5 in recruiting classes. Now, if you have a big dip in recruiting, I think that's when you start to see the fall off. Now, the key for the good ones, right? The great ones, the Kirby Smarts, the Ryan Days of the world, those people. You recruit high at positions of value for your scheme. Can Bama consistently get the players in DeBoer's scheme that are high level? We're going to see. Because Simpson, when your next quarterback at Bama is going to be the telltale to me. Simpson is going on. He's going to the NFL after this.
Russell,
you know that. So hopefully, you know what I mean. But I think he's a senior. Simpson is a senior, so he's
yeah.
All right, so your next quarterback, Caleb DeBoer, the person you bring in to play quarterback next year.
They already got him.
I got you. Freshman. That's what I'm saying. Is he going? He's going to live and die. Or carry or kill their program. Excuse me, not live or die. He's going to carry or kill their program. That's what it's going to be for me. Can Bama get the next Jalen Hurts, the next Tua? When they run on those run of quarterbacks, Mac Jones, all those guys are in the NFL. Can Caleb DeBoer keep that going?
Is Caleb DeBoer going to be there? And by the end of 2025,
Bama,
I think he's gone.
Got such a legacy and such a power and such a stake in the in college football. I don't think that there's nothing you can do to really. What would you leave Bama? What's a better job than Bama? I'm just being real. You are the president of the state as the head coach.
You gotta earn that. And right now,
but I'm just saying, there's no other college to compete. Auburn's not good right now.
No,
there's no other pro football team in the state, my boy.
I'm telling you what is being said. Was being, I'm getting back into the circles of people.
Well,
DeBoer is really
in the circle to help Florida get somebody wolf it down.
I tried to tell you, but you didn't want to hear it. Michigan is really going to go after DeBoer. DeBoer is Michigan's number one target. DeBoer is not really feeling Bama, and Bama really is not feeling DeBoer. Huh?
He already came out and said he wasn't going to Michigan.
Man, I don't care what he said. I'm telling you what's going to happen.
Well,
he's not supposed to say that.
Never came out and said he wouldn't leave an Ole Miss. You got to listen to what these guys saying.
DeBoer is not going to say that when the conference. First of all, you're not going to talk yourself out of a job, right? But your team is about to go play for a national championship run, so you're not going to come out and be like, "Yeah, I'm leaving to go to Michigan." No, but I know that Bama people don't want DeBoer anymore.
They can go. He's going to go to Michigan.
I think he will, because I think Bama people right now, they're in the post-Saban, like they're really in that Saban thing to where he left, and their expectation is national championship. Like, you should only lose one game, maybe one game a year. Like, they still have that expectation. Well, we know that's not reality because nobody's going to come and do what Saban did, but they feel that they can go get whoever they want, right? If Texas, if Florida, if all these schools feel like they can go get who they want, Bama feels like they can go get whoever they want. Michigan feels like they can go get DeBoer. DeBoer really isn't a fan of the SEC like that. And I think him going to Michigan will be the move because he gets out the Big Ten. He gets out the SEC. He still is going to go to a school that has a great player. And because Bryce Underwood ain't Bryce Underwood.
Well, when did Bryce leave?
But that's the whole point. They have to do the portal quick. Bryce can't hit the portal until January. Remember, the portal doesn't open until mid-January. So
your sources might be a little off on this one. That's just my opinion. I just don't see a situation or a scenario why DeBoer would go to Michigan. It's gonna be the same thing.
But
the expectations ain't gonna be no different.
I don't think the expectations at Michigan, I think, are beat Ohio State, right? That's one. Conference football playoff. The college football playoff. That's two. At Bama, they're still in that Saban. That's like if Kirby was to leave, right? The next coach is going to catch hell if he loses 1 or 2 games a year.
I get what you're saying. No, I get 100% what you're saying. Coming behind the GOAT is probably the hardest task you could ever do in any situation, whether it's the player, whether it's a coach, exec. Any situation going behind a GOAT is going to be tough because the standards have been set so high that, we may never see another coach have a run like Nick Saban. So I get what you're saying. I just feel like I don't see a scenario where Bama feels like we're going to let DeBoer go. And I feel like they would do everything and pay anything to keep him because what's left after DeBoer? far as coaching wise. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I don't see. Yeah, it's not a lot of good coaches that you're talking about.
Watch the Lane Kiffin move, bro. It's about to be some crazy. If the board, I'm telling you right now, if the shoe drops and the board leaves Bama, it's about to be absolutely nuts.
Bama probably gonna get Dabo because Michigan. That means probably tired of him.
Dabo been losing too much, bro. Lane Kiffin wants Alabama. Everywhere said no. Even if he came to Florida, at the end of the day, don't get comfortable because if Bama becomes available, Lane is going to Bama. Point blank. Period.
I'm not doing all this,
bro. Man,
I can only worry about what I can control in my own business. And as y'all sit around here and do all this, I just sit here and just sit back and chill, my boy. That's all I can do. I ain't worried about the rest of that stuff, my boy.
Enjoy it.
There's too much to worry about. Give me. Oh, that's a tough one. I don't think Bama can win in Oklahoma. Give me Oklahoma.
Yeah, I got Oklahoma winning as well.
Oregon by a lot. Oh, Miami at Texas A&M. This is a tough one because I do think Miami has every tool that you need in the box to go in there and win. But this will probably be one of the toughest road games Miami's had. I'm comfortable with saying probably in the last 4 or 5 years. The energy and the crowd that's going to be in Texas A&M at College Station for that game is going to be deafening. And I just don't trust their quarterback, which I know personally. I don't trust Miami's quarterback in big games. I really don't. And Beck at College Station, 100,000 plus game on the line. We need that drive. We need you to go down here and get us in scoring position. I don't think he can do it, me personally. But Texas A&M hasn't played anybody either. If you look at their record, the only games that they played against decent teams, they lost. They lost that game. So do I think Texas A&M is just a world beater and that they just can hold up to Miami's powerful offense? I don't know. Because Miami's going to score points. You're going to have to score against Miami. What you want Miami to do is have to be in a close game late, and you're going to have Beck make a play. That's what you're looking for to beat Miami. But can Texas A&M keep up with Miami? That's the question, because Miami got the all-pro talent or all-American talent on every level of their offense and defense. I mean, this is being real. They do. So we'll see, man. It's going to be a good one.
Miami, I have Miami losing, right? And it's not on no rival stuff like that. It's because when they face a respectable defense, not even great, a respectable defense, they struggle. They may have they have to do like a random trick play, double reverse pass type shit that maybe get off to even have a chance to score, right? Texas A&M defense is legit. Mike Elko defense is their defense. They have the SEC Defensive Player of the Year over there on the end coming. Each level of their defense is legit stacked. It's not no overhype. You cannot run up on them. You might be able to get some passes, but they're fast. Their offense is fast and physical. I think that A&M losing was probably the best thing for them because they got punched in the mouth, and sometimes that make you like kind of wake up a little bit.
Yeah, I
don't think Beck is good enough, and I don't think Miami's scheme is good enough to beat A&M. I don't think Miami's scheme is because they rely a lot on the Malachi Tony, which they should. Malachi Tony is him. You know what I'm saying? But I think they fall back on the trick play, right? When the bubble screen don't work, when the go route don't work, it's like, all right, bubble screen, middle screen. You're going to get one of them kids hurt. I think A&M is going to beat Miami. I don't know if it's going to be like a blowout or anything, but I definitely think that A&M in that environment, again, I've been to College Station for a game. It's different. It's different. 100,000 plus on your head, screaming, cannons, all types of jets. Bro, it's a very intimidating place to be. I don't see Miami beating them.
Yeah, no, it'll be an interesting game, man. I'm an SEC guy. I'm gonna go with SEC as well. I think Texas A&M wins it late. I think a late turnover by Beck cost them the game, or a last second interception or something along those lines cost them the game, man. So I'll go with Texas A&M to beat Miami. Last one, man. Ole Miss hosts Tulane. This is tough, right?
I got Tulane.
Tulane does have their coach, at least during this game. You can at least say that. Whereas Ole Miss doesn't have any of their offensive coaching staff.
No, they have their OC.
The OC at least. You don't have your head coach. You don't have Lane. He's gone. So many questions about what's happening over the last few weeks with your head coach and what you're going to do. Your defensive coordinator, I think it's the actual head coach that's stepping in, correct? Yep. So defensive coordinator will be the head coach. If I did have to have an upset or pick a game that's like an upset, I will go with this. But I don't know. I don't see it. I really think Ole Miss will pull it out. I think Ole Miss will still give them just a talent gap between Ole Miss and Tulane. I think it will be too much for Tulane to overcome, especially for first four full quarters. I think the first part of the game will probably stay close. It will be a closer game with those two, but I think in the second half, man, Ole Miss will pull away late.
Yeah, I think
Y'all know what KB got going on over there. But KB likes Tulane for the upset in this one. So
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I like Tulane for the upset. They are a very physical defense. They are very physical, and I think their run, like their line of scrimmage, is very good. If they get to a shootout, Tulane's going to lose, right? But if Tulane can play the three phases of the game, defense, special teams, offense, if they can keep it, respectable, I think Tulane can walk away and win. Now, do they get past that? Absolutely not. But I think that first week, I can see an upset, man.
Yeah, I can see a few upsets. I don't know if I really call it. The other games, none of them would really be an upset in my opinion when we're looking at who's going to be playing, who they're going to be playing against. Alabama and Oklahoma, is it really an upset either way? Not in my opinion. Now, if J&M can pull off that upset, that's like an upset of the century. Don't get me wrong. Whoever the JMU head coach is,
Billy Napier.
Yeah, he's coaching this game.
No, he's not. I'm just bullshit.
Next game, he's going to take over as the coach. But whoever this coach is right now, if he pulls off this upset, he need to go to Bama. That's who Bama needs to be chasing, because that would be the hell. That's like a David versus Goliath type situation. It's going to require some divine intervention. If Tulane beats Ole Miss, I wouldn't call it an upset totally because of the circumstances Ole Miss have been dealing with. But we'll see, man. Good games next week. Can't wait for them to start and pop off. I think the first one was Friday. Does it come on Friday? Start on Friday?
I'm not sure. I know Saturday at 11.
Saturday, I think they're jam-packed in there. We got all 4 games on Saturday. So.
Yeah. Which I'm gonna miss some. I'm mad, but I'm not mad. But yeah, man, I think JMU, a good showing by JMU and Tulane will bolster we need 16 to keep the G5 in there. I think if they get blown out, both teams get blown out that first one, it's going to be real hard to convince people that JMU should have got in other than Notre Dame or other than Vandy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that conversation is going to be extremely difficult if these two teams get blown out.
Yeah. So, sticking with college football, let's talk about the bowl games real quick. The University of Notre Dame has announced they will not be partaking in any bowl games this season after being left out of the college football playoff. What do you think about Notre Dame and some of the other bowl eligible teams that are ranked stepping out of the bowl games and saying they're kind of declining to play, man. What are your feelings about that? What do you think about that?
Man, if I could say the P word on here, I would. The P word.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
WAP.
Cat. You know what I'm saying?
Call it WAP.
WAP. It's I ain't gonna benefit. I ain't gonna give it the nice of the WAP. It's the middest WAP ever. Yeah, man, it's terrible, man. I hate this, yo. Like we've gone from players opting out to now teams are opting out because your feelings are hurt because you didn't win enough to get into the playoff. It's not our fault you lost to Miami. It's not my fault you lost your first 2 games. It's not my fault. It's not my fault you create a perfectly tailored schedule to your convenience of like, oh, we're going to play Big Ten school here and the bad ACC schools here and the bad Big Ten schools, but we want to throw like 1 or 2 good guys. And then you lose to the good guys that you schedule. It's like the benefit, the independence thing has kept y'all in the college playoffs since it's begun. Y'all always had the benefit of the doubt. You start at 5 or 6 and y'all just beat up on the Purdue's and the Nebraskas and all that. Might be the USC, and then you're good. I like that they didn't get in. They didn't deserve to be in. And now if them and Miami got pushed out for like a Vandy or something, I'd be like, all right. But you lost, fam. Like I think out of a bowl game, a big bowl game, like you're not ranked 25, you're not ranked 24, you're just 6 win. You're a top 10 team.
Yeah. I definitely don't like it. I don't think you should. I really feel like you're punishing the kids, but maybe they all got together and came to the conclusion. I'm hoping the coach didn't just make the coach and the AD didn't just make a brash decision and say, hey, guys, we're not going to play in a bowl game this year. They didn't let us in the college football playoffs, so we're going to, boycott or take this stance on something. I hope it was something that they got with the players in and the players said this, but I just don't see me as a player who wants or probably has aspirations to play on the next level, missing out on the opportunity to play in a bowl game that I could probably shed light on my talent or that could probably shed light on my talent or give me the ability to step out on the field to add to my resume. So when I look at this situation, it definitely seems like something probably the AD came up with, something that Coach Freeman was probably convinced with. Me personally, if you want to avoid this situation, Notre Dame, if you want to stay out of these predicaments and you want to be able to be considered annually for the college football playoff, get your ass in the conference. Go to a conference, join a conference, go win a conference championship. It gets you automatic bid to get into the playoff damn near every year. You don't have this situation. You out here, like you said, you're scheduling the Cincinnati's of the world and the Conference USA teams, and then you may sprinkle a USC in there, or you'll sprinkle an ACC team in there. You are aligned with the ACC in every other sport outside of football. Go join the ACC. If you had joined the ACC this year, do you know that would have probably added a little bit more balance to the ACC, would have given the ACC a stronger resume probably, and probably not allowed a 7-5 conference champion. Just my opinion. So if you really think about it, Notre Dame is doing yourself a disjustice by not joining the conference, by not being a part of a conference. And then, like you said, you want to schedule the cupcakes of the world. If you are not part of a conference and have no limitations, you should be trying to schedule at least half of your teams against ranked opponents or opponents you would at least think would be ranked. Because when you look at the SEC, you look at the ACC, you look at the Big 12, the Big 10, they all have conference games that they have to play, regardless if their teams are ranked or not. You're going to have Bama versus Georgia. You're going to have Tennessee versus Bama. The likelihood of at least one of those teams being ranked is high. You're playing the Tulanes of the world and the Cincinnati's of the world. You're not going to be convincing a committee that, hey, you're going to be one of the best 12 teams or you have one of the best 12 resumes if you're doing that. So
you lose.
Yeah, and you lose to the team. So again, I think Notre Dame has no real argument. I think that they're really setting a bad example of what we want college football or what we want from college football by not playing in a bowl game. Because my thing is, if you mad and you pissed off you didn't get to go to the college football playoff, all right, go out there and knock somebody's head off in the bowl game. Go show that you should have been in the bowl. Go dominate whoever you're going to play, whatever SEC team they line you up against. Go out there and knock them off and show that, hey, you guys should have put us in. Don't take your ball and go home.
I don't think it's – I don't know because I don't think we'll ever know until Marcus Freeman leaves or a player comes out. I don't think this was a Marcus Freeman thing. I think this was the AD because immediately when they got left out, the AD went on a – he torched the ACC.
Yeah.
And you can definitely tell it was some ACC man because even the ACC commissioner came out and was like, oh, no. We this is a disservice.
They said it's
like,
going to put like a strain on the relationship between them two, or because again they are aligned with the ACC and everything.
Just join, bro. Like you just join. Like you can't complain, and I hate that for Freeman. I wouldn't be surprised because I know Freeman is waiting for Ohio State. I wouldn't be surprised if DeBoer gets hired at Miami or he leaves.
Well. They say Freeman is now considered to NFL. He's open to NFL jobs and he's going to be considered NFL, which I don't know. I think an NFL job could work for him. This is in my opinion. Yeah. I feel like honestly, coaches of color have better success in the NFL. It's just me.
I don't think he stays at Notre Dame with that AD doing that.
Probably not. They probably want Brian Kelly back. Probably. Never know with them. I'm pretty sure they would take Brian Kelly back. They didn't want him to go the first time. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. And he's comfortable with them. I feel like, yeah.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
I feel like if Michigan called, could Freeman go to Michigan? Probably not.
He's an Ohio State guy.
Could a place like Bama get him? Could a place like Texas? What if Sark goes to the NFL? What if Sark goes to the Titans?
Yes.
I think Sark going to the Titans is a real possibility. And I also think, because he's been in the NFL, he was on the Falcons as an offensive coordinator. He went, got himself together. He had a little drinking problem. He get a little sauced up every now and again. We all, everybody's like a little taste. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But you got to do it in moderation. And I think Sark is learning that now. Oh, I don't know. I'm not making fun of anybody in sobriety. I have a best friend that goes through sobriety problems, so I ain't gonna make fun of nothing like that. But no, he really did have a problem, and he really did get it fixed. So man, congratulations to him. And I think he deserves a chance in the NFL. So I think if the Titans did call, I think he'll go. And then Texas is down the hottest job in the world because you got all the 5 stars lined up from decades. That Sark in Texas have been stacking. You get a $50 million NIL roster every year. It's a perfect job for I think a lot of the coaches. So in my opinion, I think Freeman definitely would be a candidate they'd be calling.
Oh, I would hate to see that. Oh,
yeah, I wouldn't want to see that. Yeah, Freeman in Texas is scary. That's scary for a lot of people. You know what I mean? To me, he's up there with the Kirby Smarts of the world when it comes to coaching. And yeah, if Florida had real money, they would have called and got him.
He was one of the first names. He turned us down. He wanted Ohio State because at the time, Ryan Day.
Some days they love him, some days they hate him. I get it. Even with the national championship, we see our homeboy Marcus. He's still like, I don't like Ryan. They need to win, so he keep losing to Michigan, and they'll do it. I'm trying to do some prize picks over here, man. Let's get some NFL picks in. Let's talk about this NFL. Man, Thursday night, the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Atlanta Falcons are playing for absolutely nothing. No reason why the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who were in first place, should lose this game, right? That's what you would think. Let's hear what Todd Bowles had to say in the post-game speech.
What do you tell them in the locker room after a game like this?
It's inexcusable. You don't make excuses. You got to fucking care enough where the shit hurts. You gotta fucking care enough where the shit hurts. It gotta fucking mean something to you. It's more than a job. It's your fucking livelihood. How well do you know your job? How well can you do your job? Well, you can't sugarcoat that shit. It was in the fucking excusable, and there's no fucking answer for it. There's no excuse for it. That's what you tell them in the locker room. Look in the fucking mirror.
Coach didn't hold back, man. Coach didn't hold back.
He held back.
Found a way. Coach really was mad about that loss. He really took that loss to heart, and you could tell he probably laid into them in that locker room. If he came out here and gave us that $25,000 speech, because the NFL gonna definitely tax you, my boy. You used the F-bomb. I wrote it down 7 times. He said the F-bomb. He's definitely gonna get a fine. But imagine how hot you have to be to come out there and still give that type of speech. Imagine what you gave when you first walked in that locker room. So
he definitely was. I mean, he should be though. Like Kyle Pitts went absolutely.
Boy,
hey man, y'all. Hey man, this is the Kyle Pitts that I expected to see.
That's what everybody expected. He made him some money Thursday night. I ain't gonna lie to you. He earned the franchise tag. They gonna tag him for sure. But yeah, Kyle Pitts, that's the Kyle Pitts people been waiting on. That's the Kyle Pitts that kind of showed his head his first year when he had Matt Ryan. I won't put it all on Kyle Pitts because he's had Desmond Ridder at quarterback, Marcus Mariota at quarterback, the aging Matt Ryan at quarterback. So I won't just put 100% and say it's all on him. But man, listen, I can't. No, we're not doing that. Well, we can't do that. We can't do that. That's fine. We can't do that.
Yeah, man. I think Kirk Cousins, hey man. I understand you want the Penix. Kirk Cousins gets the job done a lot of the times, man. It's like he's Captain Mid, man. He's like he'll give you some ups, but he'll give you some mean lows.
True.
And it's like, what do you do?
When I think about Kirk Cousins, right? He has a $10 million option next year. Now, whether or not he wants to play for $10 million, probably not. Will he be a starter if he stays here? He will, because Michael Penix is hurt. They probably won't get Michael Penix back next year. It's strong possibility he won't play until next year. So we'll see. My thing is with when it comes to the NFL and it comes to the quarterback position, you can't win without one. So I don't blame the Falcons for going out on a limb and trying to get one. But I think you definitely should have did your research. I tell people all the time, I don't want to have a quarterback. Even when you look at Joe Burrow, when I say this, when he gets hit, you got to hold your breath. Well, if I got a quarterback that can't take a normal NFL hit, I ain't talking about nothing gruesome, somebody falling to your knee. I get those. But if you can't take a standard NFL hit without me being like, oh, is he going to get up? Is he limping? How he look when he get up? I don't really need you in my quarterback. And I feel that same way with Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, every time he get hit, you kind of have to watch him like, is he limping? Is he holding something? I don't really think that's a way to have a sustained success when it comes to your quarterback position. So I'm hoping that we can, Lord have mercy. We'll talk about it in a second. I'm hoping that we can kind of get something going. But yeah, like you said, Kurt's not a bad quarterback. He's an average quarterback. He's gonna have a good game, he's gonna have bad games, but you have to have adequate weapons. And them having Pitts and Bijan, that gives you automatic adequate weapons. Regardless if you just had Bijan and Pitts. Now, mind you, Drake London's been hurt the last few games. Then when you throw Drake in there, I feel like the average of quarterbacks should be able to still win with just those 3 dynamic weapons.
That's what you need.
Kurt was 6-3 when he had all those weapons last year to start before he got hurt. So I'm not saying that Kurt can't get it done. I feel like if you're going to bring Kurt in as the quarterback in 2026, you have to draft offensive linemen who can keep him upright. Kurt is no good with pressure around him. He can't get out the pocket. He's not going to make now play with his feet. I'm just going to throw that out there. But he's a timing quarterback. He can throw the ball on time. He can put the ball where it needs to be. He can make all the throws. He just don't have that escapability.
He's a pure pocket.
He's a statue. If you're going to have a statue, that means you got to have the right bouncers in the club to keep them out the club. And right now, Atlanta doesn't have the right bouncers in the club to keep them out the club. So either you're going to get you a quarterback with some mobility I've heard the name of Kyler Murray thrown out there a few times. I've even heard Matt Jones thrown out there a few times. You want one of those quarterbacks who needs a second chance. I don't want Russell Wilson. I don't want Jameis Winston. I don't want none of those guys.
Justin Fields.
I even take that kid they got up there in Cleveland who they seem like they don't want for some odd reason. But if they don't want Shedeur, we'll take him. So, yeah, Atlanta's going to have to figure out the quarterback position. Kirk Cousins' money comes off the book. You're going to have about $40, maybe $50 million in cap space. Use that to get your offensive line together and bring it in the number 2 wide receiver. You got the second-round pick. I feel like you should definitely go offensive lineman or defensive lineman, even though the defense has played very well this year for Atlanta. But I feel like you just need to keep adding pieces on offense. Bijan is great. Now, draft another one. Shit.
Do you pay the money to go get Shedeur? Because they're even though he's a 5th round pick.
Yeah, they're gonna treating him like the starter, right? He should be the starter going forward, right? Should Shedeur not be the starter going forward? I'm just saying.
They have committed to him being the starter for the rest of the season, but whatchamacallit is already working out and practicing. Deshaun Watson, they're keeping him on the thing. This is Deshaun Watson job. So now you're looking at next year, Deshaun Watson, Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders. I understand stacking your talent, but there's no reason for you to keep all of them.
You can't have 3 quarterbacks. There's too much money tied up in your quarterback room.
And the fact that you have a winning rookie, you have a guy that's making $50 million a year, then you got a 1st round pick who's making $20 million a year. It's like you got to trade somebody, and who's going to pay a 1st round pick? They want a 1st round for Shedeur? Something crazy like that.
Oh, I don't know about the 1st round for Shedeur.
They wanted a second. They wanted a 2nd round for sure.
I could possibly do that if I'm a team that needs a quarterback. Depending on how much I need. Do you think the Jets think that's too much of a price because they haven't had a quarterback since Brett Favre left?
I don't know if they're willing to pay that price.
Shit, I pay it.
But
you keep paying 1st round pick. You keep picking 1st round picks and they're not working out. Look at Wilson, the last one you drafted. No good. Would you let Sam Darnold get up out of there after you drafted him?
What if they say we'll give you Shedeur and a 3rd we'll give you Shedeur and a 4th for Michael Penix.
Penix is damaged goods. Nobody drafted him, man. I hate it, but we probably see Penix throw his last pass in the NFL. I'm just being real. Bro has had 3. This will be your 3rd reconstructive knee surgery type situation. Yeah. 2, you've had both knees reconstructed. Now your left one is tore up again. That's probably it for Penix. Just being real, bro.
That's a mean price to pay. You paid a 1st, number 8 pick for that, and
yeah, right. You bought a lemon. Yeah, you bought one of them box Chevys that lasted 30 days. You know, you let Carter go.
Who? Carter. Your boy from Georgia.
That was Bijan. You picked Bijan over Carter. Penix was 1st round pick. There was nothing around him. You took him at number 8, but I mean, that draft, I can't think of the pieces of the other people you could have drafted instead of Penix right off the top of my head, but Penix was number 8 in the draft 2 years ago. So, I mean, I think Bo Nix went after him. No, J.J. McCarthy went right after Penix, I think at 8 or 9, and then Bo Nix went shortly after that as well. So, you look at the draft of Penix, that was 2 years ago. That was the 23 draft. Yeah, 2023. Yeah, Penix went number 8.
Ooh, there was some names on this list, boy. I
can't think of who was after Penix around that draft time.
Well, quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, Bo Nix, Brock Bowers. I mean, I know he's not a quarterback, but y'all missed out on Gerald Verse, Brian Thomas, Terrion Arnold. Ooh, Jesus. Ricky Pearsall.
Ain't none of them play Pro Bowlers.
Ricky Pearsall down there close.
Ricky Pearsall got shot in the chest.
And came back and went crazy. Cooper DeJean. It's a lot of
these damn Florida players, man. You talk Cooper, Ricky Pearsall. He ain't better than Drake London. He ain't better than Darnell Mooney when he healthy.
You crazy.
Man,
He
you need to
killing
stop.
Mooney.
Come on, man. Get the hell out of here. Ricky Parcells ain't got 1,000 yards. He the only wide receiver in San Francisco, and he ain't got 1,000 yards. There ain't no other wide receivers in San Francisco. Ayuk hurt. Jennings always on the sideline fighting somebody. So you telling me Ricky Parcells ain't got 1,000 yards and he done played in 12 games, 13 games now?
He only played in. No, he only played in. He didn't play in all the games. Like he played 1, 2, 3, 4.
Like I said,
5.
you keep naming these Florida players. You ain't had a Florida player drafted that have made some noise in a long time.
Shamir DK is leading all-purpose yards for the.
I got this sitting on the Falcons right now. He had the big game in his life.
Shamir DK is the yards leader for all-purpose yards.
Shamir DK is.
Yes, you do. If you don't know, you should know. You better pick him up on your fantasy.
Like
He's the only reason the Titans are relevant.
The who?
The Titans, and it ain't the quarterback.
Boy, go on, boy, haul that. Oh, boy said the Titans. The word Titan and relevant in the same sentence. It really said it with a straight face. Oh man, all right, man. Let's do these NFL predictions, man. Did I thought I loaded the NFL thing in here too. I guess not. Damn, I'm slipping on my Pippin this morning. Can't believe you said that. Where is the week? Damn, I thought I had them on here. I'm tripping.
I got you, my boy.
That man said Ricky Parcells.
Yeah, man, Ricky is.
If you draft Ricky Parcells at number 8 overall, you crazy.
Nah, but it probably would have been a good pick.
No, man. What we should have did at 8 was trade back. That's what we should have did. We should have never picked the quarterback at 8. You had just paid Kirk $50 million. Now it looked good at the beginning of the season because again Kirk got hurt, but you can't predict injuries. Penix now hurt again, but yeah, no, it's a bad time to be a Falcons player. But hey, man, you got Bijan, you got Drake London, you got Kyle Pitts. Yeah, anybody should be able to throw to that, right? So
yes,
we'll see. Patriots at the Bills. Well, Bills at the Patriots today.
Bills at the Patriots. I think we'll go with Patriots.
Is Drake made for real? That's the question you're asking yourself. Is Drake made for real? He's been hype all season. He's been balling all season. Is Drake made for real? I think he is, man. I think he is. I think New England makes a statement today. I think they win going away. I think they beat the Bills handily. I ain't gonna say handily. I think they'll beat them by at least
they're home
4 to 7 points.
They're home in New England, and it's snowing and it's nasty out there.
Yeah, no, there's gonna be some snow games. I think this is like the first real round of snow games today, so that should be interesting. Yeah, give me the Patriots though. Patriots to beat the Bills. This week 15. Yep.
I got the wrong date on there. Oh no, I got the date up there. The 4th week. Yeah.
Browns. We just talked about Shador. Browns at the Bears.
I'm gonna go with the Bears because.
Oh, you don't became a Taylor Williams believer?
No, I have not. I just think my faith isn't there. OC and their defense has always been legit. Like their defense has always been solid, so that's not a issue. I don't think Cleveland's offense is. I don't think their play calling is that good. I think they have some pieces. I just don't see them beating them in Chicago, like Soldier Field. I don't know how cold it is. I'm assuming it's freezing. Yeah, I don't see Cleveland beating Chicago.
Cleveland for the upset. Shit, I think Cleveland can go in there and get it done. You got Myles Garrett, you can wreck any game. When you got Myles Garrett, you can you can win at any time, any given moment. So yeah, I'm gonna go with give me that, man.
I'm gonna go with Chicago.
Baltimore,
Cincinnati. And if you act now, you can get the tickets for $7. Get a ticket.
Right. Give me because it's probably freezing. It's probably snowfall. You probably got to shovel snow to get to your seat. No, I'm good on any situation like that. Give me Baltimore, man. I don't like either one of these teams in the way they're playing right now. Give me Baltimore.
Yeah. Probably, yeah. Baltimore, Cincinnati, man. I mean, was the over under 51? Yeah, I'm taking the under and for sure. Because the AFC North, boy, who would have thunk it? That shit looks terrible.
Aaron Rodgers is the leader of the AFC North right now. That's crazy. All right, what we got next? I can't see that screen.
We got Chargers versus the Chiefs. Jeez. I think the Chiefs will find a way to cheat and win.
They better. If not, that's it. They're gonna be sitting at home with us looking at the playoffs, my boy.
That's a hell of a turnaround, boy.
And I think the Chargers will do it today. I think the Chargers will go ahead and put them out. Gonna take old Yeller out back, put her out her misery. I think we see the last game. Well, I don't say last game because we got 2 more games in the season. But I think we're seeing the end of the dynasty. I think we're seeing the end of the road. I think we see Kelsey go by his own business and ride off into the sunset. May even see Andy Reid as well retire with Travis Kelsey. But I think we see a new regime. I think we see a new Pat Mahomes, new weapons. They got to retool this thing, man. I think you got to start with rebuilding your defense over there on that side around Chris Jones. I think the offense will be good as long as you got 15. You're going to be good, but they got to get him. They got to get him a tight end. That's his bread and butter. He needs a dynamic tight end. And we've seen as Kelsey's age, we've seen this offense kind of take a step back and go as Kelsey kind of goes. I ain't saying 15 ain't great. I ain't saying 15 can't make the plays. I just think he's at his best when he has a tight end he can rely on. I wouldn't be surprised if they came and offered us a lot for Kyle Pitts. That's just my opinion. I think we can tag Kyle Pitts, and I think they may. I ain't saying first-round pick, but it's a late first-round pick with the Chiefs, maybe about 18 to 20, 25, somewhere in there. So I think you may be able to get maybe a first-round pick. Because right now, if you look at the tight ends coming out, if you're going to draft one, you might as well get Kyle Pitts. You know what he can do. So I would offer the Falcons that first-round pick for Kyle Pitts. If I'm Kansas City, I think he is a difference maker. And you put him with a quarterback like Mahomes, oh my God.
Yeah, man, I would love to see that for Pitts, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's next? Buffalo, New England. We talk about that. Washington at New York Giants.
The Giants. Give me the Giants. Your boy's hurt. I don't think he's playing. Daniels. So give me give me Giants, man. I like Jackson Dart and what he kind of brings to the table. They need to get him some weapons. I hate Scalaboo got hurt. It's been a different team ever since Scat got knocked out of the game. Yeah, with that ankle injury. So give me the Giants today.
I'm gonna go with you with that one. Then we got my Raiders versus the Eagles. The Eagles
don't win this one.
They got a layup with this one. We're battling for the first round pick right now.
Y'all got Kenny Pickett playing.
They ain't got no choice. At least got to make it look like we're trying to win.
Ooh. Can Hurts get 200 passing yards today?
In Philly against Vegas, it's possible. I think so. He'll probably need some big plays to happen. I don't think he's just going to be dicing folks up out there. But I don't know. We have the defense to – if Max don't get home – you know what I'm saying? But Max be getting home, so
he might not need 200 to win. I think Saquon might be able to go off and they can win the game. That's what I think about when it comes like that. Will Saquon have at least 82.5 yards today?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I agree. What's next?
We have Jets versus Jaguars, and Jacksonville's at home.
Jets versus Jags. Jaguars. Jags have been playing pretty good football. I think they keep it rolling today. I think that, like you said, the Jets and the Raiders are battling for the number 1 pick. I don't think the Jets have I'm going to say an incentive to win. They got a new coach. Anytime you got a new coach, you're going to want to win. Their quarterback is Brady Cook. I don't know who the hell that is. So give me
is that no, I'm thinking Brady Quinn.
Right. That was the first thing I thought in my head too, but no. Give me Jacksonville for the win.
Yeah, I'm going to go Jacksonville at home. Cardinals versus Texans at home. I'm going to go with the Texans. I don't think Kyler's still not playing, right?
No, he's not. I don't think he's back this game. So, yeah, give me Texas. Bro, why they got Phillip Rivers? I don't know if y'all can see this, but look at Phillip Rivers' picture that they got for the damn. That's the president, bro. The old president.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Biden. No, Joe Biden. They got Joe Biden for Phillip Rivers' picture, bro.
That's funny.
That's too funny.
Yeah, that's just what it seemed like too, though. So that makes sense. Does he start this week?
I wouldn't start him now week, but hey, somebody that's smarter than me is making this decision. So
yeah, shout out to that president. She on the sideline with the headphones.
Yeah, she ain't playing.
She ain't playing, boy. She is on their ass. But yeah, I got Houston to win that game.
Yeah, me too. What's next?
Green Bay versus Denver.
Give me Denver.
Yeah, I got Denver.
I think Green Bay runs, man. I think they fire Matt LaFleur if they don't get in the playoffs.
Yeah. Denver, I got them win. Lions versus the Rams.
Ooh, give me the Rams. I think Stafford the MVP. I think he hot. I think he cooking. I think the Rams are a Super Bowl favorite right now. Nobody's talking about it.
Hey, man, I can't argue with you. They are picked minus 5.5. Carolina versus New England. I mean, not New England, New Orleans.
Carolina. Give me Panthers.
Yeah.
Panthers playing for first place. If they win today, they got a strong hold on first place. So give me Carolina to take that.
Is it time for folks to apologize to Bryce Young?
No, not yet. Not yet. They're playing good because their defense is playing out of this world. And Bryce has been good. I'm not gonna say that, but is it time to apologize yet? No, they're winning. They're about to win the division with 7 or 8 wins. So nah, we ain't gonna apologize. We ain't gonna do no apologizing just yet. Now, once he start winning the division with 10 to 11 wins, okay, maybe we can talk about revisiting this. But if the man played in any other division outside the NFC South, we wouldn't even be talking about this right now. So no, not yet.
That's true.
Not yet.
We got Tennessee at San Francisco. The two Gator greats get together to play the game. I got 49ers winning. I think Cam Ward is solid. I think he's good. I think Shamir DK is good. I don't believe anybody else. A couple guys on their defense. Tennessee is just I don't understand their approach to football, like from the top down.
Well, they're rebuilding it, so I'm gonna give them a chance.
They've been rebuilding since
time to do their thing, but it's
Marcus Mariota left.
Yeah, bro.
Since he got benched, they've been looking for a quarterback ever since. I got San Fran. Next one, Colts at Seattle. I'm gonna go with Seattle because who's quarterback for the Colts?
Yeah, me too. Them going with Seattle, man. And I think Seattle's been playing pretty good, man. Sam Darnold, I think they were clicking at the right time. Looks like they should make the playoffs, so we'll see. They're chasing the Rams, but I think they'll get in the wild card.
Yeah, I'm sure. Minnesota at Dallas. I try to go see what the tickets look like for this game. I ain't paying $150.
Dallas will win that game. Minnesota got some quarterback issues right now. And Dallas have been playing good the last few weeks, so give me Dallas.
I want Dallas to lose, so the last 1 or 2 games, I can go to for cheap.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna go with Dallas as well. Then the Monday night game, we have Miami at Pittsburgh. Yuck, gross.
Right. Ugh. Give me Pittsburgh. Yeah, Miami going up there in the cold. Good luck.
Man, praying for Tua. Look, man, Miami need to go ahead and fire that coach.
I'll take him as offensive coordinator, so I agree with that.
I think a lot of teams would take him as OC.
Right.
Head coach is just not. It's too lax. You're too much of the cool parent. Like you gotta, it's too relaxed over there.
I agree. How I feel about Raheem, man. Get Raheem up out of here too.
Hey, Raheem. Hey, he was pumping his chest in a camera last week.
But that
boy, that kicker
looked like embarrassing us. You already got that wearing them damn skinny joggers with the low top 11s. Like, come on, Raheem, you just embarrassing. You're embarrassing Atlanta, worse than Atlanta, embarrassing Atlanta. Come on, man. I can't wait to get this season over with. If I don't know fire Raheem, I might have to change my team. I ain't talking about changing teams forever, but I see how they do it around here. Y'all like to go for the winners. So
if anybody understands.
I get it. But hey, man, let's end this thing on I don't say a positive note. It's a good note. It's a positive note because it's a career well celebrated. It's a legacy and a journey that'll never be duplicated. Mr. You Can't See Me himself, John Cena, man, wrestled his last match last night. And I had to sit here thinking, man, do you put John Cena in your top 4 of Mount Rushmore's in wrestling? And for me, my top 4 has always been Ric Flair, Stone Cold, Steve Austin, The Rock, and now I put John Cena up there too. I think you can't have wrestling without that. John Cena carried this business for years, so I'm gonna go with that.
Hell no. I'm gonna have, for me, my personal and then business, right? Personal, I got The Rock, Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, and I think go Ric Flair, right? I think for business wise, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, The Rock, and I honestly think Stone Cold is there. I think them two, Stone Cold and The Rock, are synonymous. And maybe you can take Ric Flair out and put in like the Undertaker, like those guys, that Attitude Era, that I think that made like
wrestling. Yeah,
it just is what it is, man. I think I don't put Cena now. Cena's top 10 for sure. For sure, he might be 5, 6. Right. You know what I'm saying? But like, hell no, not top 4. I'm not putting him over Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, The Rock, Stone Cold. Like, hell no.
I get it.
But he a legend, though. He a legend. I give him that.
Get it. You gotta get it. You can never go wrong when you got any of those guys you just named in your Mount Rushmore. It just depends on your flavor and how you like it. But yeah, man, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Make sure y'all hit that follow button, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel. Have a happy holidays as well, man. It's the holiday season. Make sure you guys go out, man, and give to the community, man, and just try to teach the children, man. It's not all about gifts and things. It's about doing stuff for people, man, and putting a smile on people's faces, man. It's the holiday season, so be a joy, man. Be a joy to people.
Man,
let's watch this Cena tribute, man. Then after that, KB will take us out of here.
I made a promise to the WWE that I would not stick around when my skills can't match the product.
Tonight, I officially announce my retirement from the WWE.
I want to leave the WWE a better place than when I walked in the door at first. That's what I want as my legacy.
The reason I'm here is because the words honor, loyalty, and respect are my heartbeat.
Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day.
Thank you so much for letting me play in the house that you built for so many years. And most of all, I want to say thank you.
Tell you, yeah, we came a long way. I'll see you again.
I ain't never played sports. You know what I mean? I always have, you know what I'm saying, like music and love music from the jump. So that was my just plan A. I ain't even have a plan B. I made myself not have a plan B on purpose just so I can fulfill my plan A.